as we've seen, we've had a pretty interesting week. If you watched our last video, you know that we were taking profits and building shorts at this 7,200, 7,300 level, which has given us a beautiful short position coming down. Now, I wasn't expecting the speed of this drop, but we had buys to start building into our positions at 6,300. They automatically triggered all within a day or two. So what we've done is we were short, took profits, and now actually what happened was our long positions got stopped out and we've ended up pretty much flat. Now, flat is a position most people never seem to go in crypto. Now, if you're trading the stock market, you would spend a lot of your time flat, waiting for different trades, but in crypto, people seem to just disregard the possibility of going flat. So this will be an interesting video just to explain to you guys the mindset behind it, and why sometimes it's important to go flat. So as we're looking at it here, I cannot see a positive risk reward trade right now. So say we had our longs fill at 6,300 and now we are at 6,300, right? So we are pretty much exactly even on our longs. So if I didn't make this sell here, I could have still been long. Now, let's see, if you're long, where's your risk? You've got from 6,200 to this bottom here, and then you could stop out there. Now that is a quite a large drop. Let's actually measure that. So you've got a 7% drop there. It's actually even a little bit more than 7%. Let's actually get 6,300. Oh. And down. So you've got about an 8% because I went a little bit high there. So you've got an 8% risk right there. Now, that's not favorable. I'm not risking 8% of my capital on any one trade ever. Now, what about if you wanted to go short here? So you bought your longs, you realize that the market's probably still going down, and you want to stay short. So where's your risk on a short trade? You've got probably, whoa, you've got probably coming into those old pivots there. Look, another 8% risk. And what I was looking at there, by the way, was these old levels. So you've got another 8% risk there. And the worst part about this is that those two areas where you actually are about to stop out are probably the most likely areas for trend reversal in the short to mid term. So that's the biggest problem. So say I'm short and I've got my risk management here and we come back up and we break through and now I flip to long because I lost 8% on that trade. Now I'm long. Now the chances that that is a false breakout and we actually continue the trend down, in my book, I think it's quite high. So what you've done is you've just lost 8% of your entire portfolio on one trade, and you've actually stopped out at the best area to enter a counter trade. So you're in a lot of trouble there. And I think the exact same for here. If we stop out here, I think we could hold anywhere in here. You could just stop out with a little wick straight through. You're out of the market on your long position, and then all of a sudden the market turns around and rallies and you should have been long. So for me, there's no possible way to maintain great risk management here for a profitable trade. So what I've actually done is I made great money on this short. We were short from about 7,200 was our average short entry. You know, we covered that at 6,300. And what I've actually done now is I've just gone pretty much flat. Now, what am I looking for? Let's get into that a little bit. All right, so here we're on the 1 day chart. So that was on the weekly. Now we're on the 1 day. My main aim is to keep this bullish bias that I have and get long anywhere between sort of 6.1k or 6k even down to our bottom at 5,750. You know, the lower I can get that, the closer my risk management, my stop loss will be. So I really do want to try and let the price get down before I start buying, but at the same time, I don't want sort of this to happen and we turn up on the cycle and I'm not long. So you can see here, this is where I'm buying, and that's my stop loss there for that trade. So let's just have a little look at these levels. You've got 5,871 and 5,747. Those are the two key levels, but what I really want to be buying is all of this. All of these wicks that shoot down. Now, there's a good chance, like we're back in this trading range that we're in for 14 days, and it had 3 bottoms there, which was quite a bit of a pain to actually deal with. But so we're back in that trading range now, and what we saw last time, like I don't like to trade trading ranges, I trade swings. So for me, this was really yucky, but I was long from 6k, so I didn't have too much trouble. I just sort of had to hold on and wait it out. This time I'm going to try and do the same thing, but what I'm going to try and do is trade the swing. I want to see a spike into my buy zone, and then I'm going to be long. And I don't care what sort of happens in here. If it goes on for 6 months, it doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to have my long filled right in the green area. So this is the resistance level that I'm expecting. If we get a big green candle close over here, I think we're going to head back to the top of the range. Now, let's have a look at exactly how I'm doing this then. So I've got TradingView here, and now you know that I'm flat. This is the sort of thing that you can set up. So what I'm doing is I'm averaging into short positions up here and long positions down here. And that's going to mean that I'm going to be right no matter what way the market moves. And look, if I was long here and we start going up, sure, I miss $300. I miss a 5% move there, but for me, missing a 5% move when it's 50-50 means that I just saved 5% as well if it went the other way. I know a lot of people are going to be telling you that they know what way the market's moving, but in these ranges, look what happened last time. There, so many people lost so much money trying to buy and sell this. It was crazy. So what we're doing now is we're actually going to be, if the price comes up, we're averaging into a short position here with a target back in here. And if we come down for our longs and we get our longs filled, I'm going to probably wave all of this short here because you know I want to be long. This is our target. If we go up first, I want to be short to profit down into it. And if we come down first, I'm going to watch the market movement, but I'm probably going to pull all these shorts out and just keep my net long from the 6k area. Now, the one thing that's worrying me is the speed of this sell-off here. Like, that was a really massive sell-off, and sell-offs like that usually have follow-through. So I wouldn't be surprised to see in the next few days all of this long getting filled, which is great. But at the same time, like, I'm also concerned now that my bullish bias isn't going to hold. Like, you know how successful we've been buying 6k. Is this the end of that trend? I'm not 100% sure. This is where we've got our stop. I want to get out. I want to get in as close to our low as possible, and I want to get out underneath it, and then we've got targets further down there. But I think there's a very good chance that we can hold this still, but at the same time, if I just didn't have that and I was just going to be bullish, how long until I lose my entire account, right? If I'm long from 6k and we end up at 4.9, I could get liquidated. That could be a massive loss, so we always need to trade with risk management. Alright, so that's pretty much what we're trading, guys. I'd love to talk about this a bit more. If you have any questions, just let me know, because this is a little bit more in depth for a lot of you. A lot of people are just looking for a buy or sell signal, but a lot of times that's just not how the markets are going to work, and as a trader, that's just not how you're going to profit. So I hope this video was good for you guys. There's a fair bit of educational content in there as well, and it was a pleasure to talk to you today. If you have any questions, hit them in the comments. If you like the video, just like it, subscribe, and the biggest thing that I always ask you guys to do is, if you like the video, like, subscribe, that's great. And if you love the video, just grab a link and share it up on your Twitter or your socials, because that's really what's going to help other people find this channel and get access to this education too. So it was a pleasure talking to you guys today, and I'll see you next week.